Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com always covers the toughest games each week that I ask him to cover. We just got finished discussing one of them, St. Louis, Green Bay. Now we got another one, right, Joe? New England at Dallas. New England, a huge road favorite, just like the St. Louis, Green Bay game. The spread for this game is all over the map, 8.5, 9, or 9.5, and even some 10s out there. The total is 49.5, although the Greek has a lean to the under at 49. And, we know that Dallas, went into New Orleans. They lost in OT. And, Brandon Weeden against Tom Brady. That's probably the biggest mismatch in terms of the quarterback position that you could possibly have in the NFL right now. So obviously, and New England's off a bye. So just the Brady versus Weeden matchup plus New England being off a bye maybe would justify a play at New England minus 8.5. What do you think, Joe?
Well, the Sharps were definitely right. The first bettable line, this was actually available at 7 points. And then, of course, the Sharps pounded all over that. I will say one of the dumbest statements that I hear from people over the years, they say something along the lines of, if something's a good play and if it's a good play at 7, then it certainly should cover the 8.5. I don't really want your pick if you really need that point and a half. And that is so naive because the difference between 8.5 and 7 is quite big in football, especially on the key numbers. So I definitely would have loved it at 7, but as the number keeps going up, it's a little dangerous. Still, all in all, the chalk does seem to be a pretty good play because what you said, look, Brandon Weeden's actually played much better than I thought he would, but yet the Cowboys are 0-2 straight up in ATS in the games that he started. And, part of it's not even his fault because we know Des Bryant's out. Well, Dunbar, one of the few weapons that he had left, now he's out for the year. But conversely, the Cowboys are going to get Rolando McClain and Hardy back in the lineup. Sean Lee, his status is very key. Will Sean Lee play? He's listed as questionable. Dallas, though, could possibly have the best defense they've had on the field all year if Lee does play, and the worst offense on the field. So I'd be a little bit more worried about, some defensive points, but I'm not so sure how the offenses can put this game over the total. Maybe the best play here would be the under.
Yeah, Dallas banged up all over the field. I didn't even mention that as another factor here. And the Greek does have a lean to the under at 49. Total's 49.5, though, everywhere else. It's always a little bit scary to take unders with the Pats. We know what that offense can do when it's motivated. And it does seem like maybe, they're looking to run up scores a little bit this year in retaliation for all the off-field shenanigans. Do you want to give a free pick, an official pick on this game, Joe Duffy, or do you want to make it a pass?
I agree with you 100% what you said. Tom Brady clearly has a chip on his shoulder. I'll give an official pick, though, on the under.
Okay. Joe Duffy liking the under 49.5. That is also the lean that the Greek has right now. If you look at SBRodds.com, under 49.5 in New England, Dallas is what Joe Duffy's going to go with this week officially. Joe Duffy, what do you have going on at your website this week?
Yeah, you definitely want to look at SBRodds.com to shop around for the best line and the best picks. You just go to offshoreinsiders.com. More than 28 years of experience as we file this report. We're very likely about to release in the next couple hours. And by the time you see this, a couple more big plays for this weekend. But just visit offshoreinsiders.com for the details off yet another winning week in college football and the NFL. And we say that a whole lot more than we don't say that. 28 years of winning at offshoreinsiders.com.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Peter.